The testing of the game's balance begins once the debugging of the core mechanics is finished, that is, once we've ensured that turrets and hulls work as intended, that experience and crystals are awarded based on the right algorithm, and that the battles are functioning perfectly. The testing process is split into the following stages: balancing out the turrets and hulls in battle, and game economy. Let's start with equipment balance and the priorities for this stage. Of course, the most important thing here is to have players with different strategies and playstyles battling it out on equal ground.
We gather statistical data from battles to observe which turrets and hulls stand out among the rest. In this analysis, we take into account the following: which types of battles are entered, which turrets are chosen and how they are upgraded, and also which of the turrets perform better. For example, we nerfed the Isida turret when we noticed that the average number of kills per hour with this turret was significantly higher compared to other turrets.
It also happens that the game becomes more efficient and rewarding when it is played using a certain turret and hull combination. This creates a gameplay pattern that is followed by many players, which in turn makes battles monotonous and predictable. These turrets or hulls will be subject to change in the very near future.
Anything that might ruin the element of fun and novelty for other tankers is important. This is why equipment gets nerfed or buffed. We are constantly looking for these situations and adjusting the balance accordingly. It is an ongoing process.
Another important element to be monitored is the speed at which players are earning crystals and experience. Every piece of equipment in the game has a different way of gaining experience. For example, the Isida turret gains experience for healing friendly players. It also gains bonus experience when carrying flags in CTF. Thanks to the distribution of in-game roles and the balance within the game, we can estimate how much experience and crystals a specific turret should be earning when combined with a specific hull.
Of course, we have to find a way to compensate those players who do not want to carry the flag by allowing them to choose a different role. Support and heal, as well as skill assisting, should allow players to gain both experience and crystals at the same rate. Otherwise, players risk facing one of two situations. They will either have lots of crystals but few experience points, making the upgrades extremely expensive, or the other way around, where they have lots of experience points but few crystals, which means they will be facing players who have a high level of mastery but won't be able to put up a fight because they won't have enough crystals to upgrade their equipment or buy supplies.
While we're on the topic of crystals, let's dive a bit deeper into the testing of the economy. When a carefully developed economy is introduced into the game, the developers need to observe how many crystals a player earns, how he spends them, and how quickly. Before the economy testing phase starts, and also during its various stages, an account wipe is absolutely necessary in order to remove excessive crystals earned from grinding. At the beginning of the Tanki X CBT, turrets and hulls cost crystals. As a result, we had lots of data about cheaper equipment, but too little about the more expensive equipment.
So, during the closed beta test, we decided to make equipment free, to get a better idea of the distribution of turrets and hulls and which equipment was preferred by users. For example, the railgun suddenly became a favorite, just like in Tanki Online. We are constantly monitoring the average number of crystals the player earns and how much of that he spends on upgrades. If we notice any points that are excessively challenging, we will adjust accordingly, allowing players to progress comfortably to the next level.
In order to have a full picture of the statistics, we needed our players to upgrade faster. This is why we've set crystals and experience earning to 5 times the normal speed during the CBT. Another thing to be considered is that players become more skilled over time. There's also the fact that in our case, the majority of testers are experienced Tanki Online players. We're trying to balance the upgrade system to make sure it's not too easy for veteran players, but at the same time not too complicated for newbies who have no Tanki Online experience. That's it for today. Like our video, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share this episode with your friends. See you next time!